you from?
I'm from Georgia.
Cool. How's things over in Georgia? Cold?
It just was cold. We had some rain come in recently, and it warmed things up a little bit. And now the rain's actually leaving, so we're actually going to get cold again. So
When I saw you on the small picture on the Google Plus, it looked like I could see the side of your beards, and the mic looked like the rest of your beard. So I'm sitting here looking. I think I see this long.
wow, I'll take that as a compliment. Who's the guy with the beard? What beard?
I like that. Oh shit!
I want to know how you got here. I want to know where you saw the link and like what made you click on the link.
What made me click on it?
Yeah. Like where'd you see the link and what made you click on it?
Below the video. Was it not supposed to be below the video?
Yeah. I was just wondering, because I'm like, okay, I'm going crazy, like, posting link everywhere or whatever, so I was just wondering where you actually saw the link.
Yeah, well, I actually came inside, and then you asked me that, and I was like, am I not supposed to be in here? I was like, these people are looking at me. I'm like, why?
So,
who's the guy with the beard? Oh, we don't know. We don't know.
Maybe other people think that. As much as we say, come join us, I don't know. Maybe other people don't think they should. Maybe other people feel the same way. Like, maybe I should. I don't know. How much more inviting can we be other than saying, join us? Join us.
Come join us. Oh, yeah, new person. How'd you get in here? Okay. Good job.
Did you see it on YouTube, or did you see it on Google Plus or on Facebook?
No, well, I didn't have anything to do tonight, and I'm trying to rock the baby to sleep, and I was on my computer. I just figured I'd step in and see what you guys were talking about.
Nice. Oh, cool. Okay. Curiosity. Awesome.
Just talking Bible.
Good old Bible.
Yes,
Bible
sir.
time.
Bible time.
Are you a regular church folk person, or are you not fond of the regular church going?
I haven't been to church in the past 5 years.
Yes, he has. He's got a Star Wars shirt on. That's as church as you can get. I can take every section of Star Wars and take you to the Bible quote on it. Those are the most spiritual people on the planet.
True. True.
That's funny. So you saw the title. So you saw the title Manifestation, right? Like before you were curious to see what we were talking about, and so were you weirded out when you heard we were talking Bible? I mean, obviously you stayed at least.
Well, no, actually, all at work, I get on my phone and I listen to Google Hangouts all day long. That's what I do. And I study Eastern philosophy, and I'm also doing a study on theology. And that's all I do all day long is listen to Google Hangouts.
Nice.
There's tons of them. There's tons.
Are they hiring over where you're at, Dusty?
What's that?
It was
I didn't catch that.
Are they hiring over where you're at?
Are they hiring?
That is cool.
Is the baby asleep?
What's that?
Is the baby sleeping?
No, she's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed looking at me.
Gosh.
Shoot, no, it's 10:46 at night. No, it's time to wake up and play. No, it's time to go to bed.
She did not look sleepy. Okay.
Been there, done that. Been there and done that. Don't envy you at all.
You've been there. You understand then, right?
You're on the East Coast, okay, right? Since you said it was like 10 over there, 10:47 over there.
Yes, 10:47 p.m.
Yep, Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm actually a little bit. I'm about an hour and probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Atlanta.
I see on your profile lives in Vidalia. How do you say that?
Oh, I know where that is. Onion Town.
Vidalia.
Onion State?
Every,
What?
what? The Onion State?
I don't know what Donald just said. I don't know. What did Donald say?
Isn't that
No,
where
no,
the
no, 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 no.
Vidalia?
Vidalia is well known for sweet onions.
Yes,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Vidalia sweet onions.
that's
That's
what
where
I
I'm
mean.
from.
Don, where do you get this information from? Gee,
You never heard that? Oh,
No.
Vidalia onion, they're the best.
I'll
But-
never be able to say that again, but no, that's the first time I've heard that.
Oh yeah,
Mike,
You
you
suck.
can't buy them anywhere else. They grow them in
I knew
Vidalia,
it.
and they are sweet. You can eat them like apples, and they are delicious. Oh
Man,
yeah,
more power
I-
to you.
right?
I
And-
actually knew what Vidalia was as well because I used to work in a supermarket and I helped out with produce every so often. And that was a big seller around here, the Vidalia onions.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I mean they're well known, like especially around the country. But for me, I mean, I could really care less about them.
Yeah, it's just another onion.
It's like me going to
Just
NASA.
saying.
But I don't. I mean,
It's
I've been
an
there.
onion.
We take all the people when they visit town, but NASA's it's here all the time.
Mhm. It's like Circleville, Ohio. That's Pumpkin Town. Yeah,
Oh, I love
Vidalia.
pumpkin.
Vidalia's Onion Town.
Okay, so I'm checking out Dusty's posts here, and I'm being like nosy, and I'm seeing I love how he I can see a few Hangout on Air things that he's doing. He's doing guitar picking presets test, and then he like to put in a title for some of them. He obviously just kind of went onto the keyboard just to like put the title on there.
Hey, I'm new at this. I'm a newbie at this, so don't.
Yeah, you could tell that you're doing lots of testings, lots of tests.
Shut up.
He does that to me too, Dusty. I'm a novelist when it comes to using this thing, so we depend on Dawn and her to do all the technical goofy stuff, and then they make fun of us because we don't understand it. So don't feel left out.
Hey, I mean, like, I'm actually pretty good at computers and audio stuff, but I can't figure out a Google Hangout. I mean, stupid, right?
We were close. Yeah, well, they're pretty pathetic when they depend on me for technical help.
Oh, that's so funny.
You're a tech guy? Yeah? Oh, boy.
Oh no! Tonight, right in the middle of the teaching, I managed to shut it all down.
I'm the Google Plus. I'm the Google Plus girl, and I'm very grateful that I have somebody else that can do the Google Plus thing with me, and then and the video stuff with me, which is Dawn, and then Michael and Donald. They have been. I'm very grateful for them doing the Google Plus thing at all. Because trying to get anybody else over to Google Plus is like twisting an arm. It's just crazy. It's like they think we're dragging them into like a danger zone or something. I don't know why they're just scared of Google Plus. I don't know. So
I like Google Plus.
you
I really
know.
do. I like the ability of, getting in together and just having discussions over the internet is pretty neat.
Mhm. I know. So we're trying to like dip people's toes in the Google Plus pool by we created the Facebook pages and we're trying to put these hangouts on the pages so that way maybe
Right.
they're too scared to go over to Google Plus, but maybe they won't be scared to like click play, and then like maybe after a while they'll see that it's not dangerous, and then once they see it's not dangerous, maybe they'll actually go and check it out and see that it's not dangerous. And
Cool.
join us over here in the Google Plus land. So, but most of our
Yeah.
folks are over on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. So, are you on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. So I gotta look you up. Dusty what? Dusty
Copeland. Copland. Copeland. My blood type is O negative.
I was gonna ask you that too.
I knew it was coming.
So, all right, I'm monopolizing the conversation enough. You guys, come on. I know I'm not the only one that can come up with some
So
conversation.
that's quite a combination of topics of study. Eastern
Sorry.
philosophy and theology. How did you come up with?
I absolutely love. I've actually come up with a theory between how you could actually bridge the two. It's actually pretty neat, but that's another Google Hangout.
Oh, okay. Are you
Yeah.
in college or you just studying this on your own?
What's that now?
Are you studying on your own, or are you doing this in college for?
No. I work for myself, and just whenever free time I get, I just do it on my own, just like tonight, just listening to y'all.
Mhm. Nice.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to start a new page on Facebook. It's called Crash Course Collab, where people actually get together on the Google Hangouts and you make music together. It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, real time. In real time.
Real
Like
time.
You know, because that's been difficult doing anything in real time. We would like to sing, you know, like sing praises or something like that. It doesn't work. You can't do that. We can't sing together, sing praises in real time.
Not that we could if we were off Google Plus either.
At least it would be at the same time. Come on.
Well, that's why you have the nice microphone. That's a sharp.
What's that now?
That is a very sharp-looking microphone. Very nice.
Yeah, I've got a condenser microphone and a pop filter right here.
Mhm.
And a
And,
DJ voice.
Yes.
And I am actually a mobile DJ.
Really?
Yeah.
That is fantastic. My brother was a mobile music DJ, and
Really?
he started out in Ohio and went to Memphis and was a real big top 40 guy and on the radio and started doing stuff on the side. The radio stations didn't like that, and he was making more money doing the mobile than he was working at the radio.
Absolutely.
So he
Right.
dropped the radio station and went mobile. And my sister-in-law does it too. They both did it, and they both were very good at it. And it sounds, with your voice, I bet you're really good at it too. You get a following, and people and then the word of mouth is your best advertiser.
Yeah, hey, so give us an example of how you intro into I don't know what you do, like a radio show demo thing. Like
Talk about a pencil for 8 minutes.
I don't know what you do. Okay, tell us what you do. Okay, you told us kind of what you do. Give us an example of like something you would like feature or talk about, and putting you on the spot like right now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, come on! Stop looking at what the heck? You hear me? Is he hearing me, or is he just like? Seriously, does he hear me, or is he like frozen, or is he just acting
I
frozen?
don't know. He might be frozen. I don't know.
I hear he is, so I don't know whether he does.
Chandra, you scared him away.
I think he's frozen.
If I click,
That's one thing I will say. The technology here in Google Plus really does need an upgrade. It really does.
well, we're supposed to know the talents and doodads and stuff of people, so that way, when we see something pop up, we like giving like, forwards and suggestions and
Absolutely.
Like, oh, hey, I saw this, thought it might help you out, that kind of thing. Okay, so he must have froze because he's here again.
Yeah. Says he's back here.
Hey, Dusty.
You know what? You can have the coolest microphone in the world without the. But if you ain't got an internet connection to go with it,
Oh,
so
I hear you.
yeah.
I was thinking that they thought I chased you away.
That's what it was. That's what it was. It got too intense, and then I just had to get out. I was done.
I was just asking for an example of what you do, like just like as far as like one of those intros that all radio people.
Oh.
It's always fun. You guys always have some fun sort of thing that's your own type of your style. Like what kind of style do you have when you break into your show? I don't know. Do you have a show? Or
You know what? Not really. You know, a lot of the places that I go to, they really just want me to, like, just play music. But like sometimes at weddings, they want me to get a little extravagant. And like sometimes if I'm going to a show and it's going to be a late night, I get geeked up on Red Bull.
mm-hmm.
Can you see where this is going?
Yes.
At a wedding. Okay.
And
Yeah.
then it comes down, it comes down to it. You're like, hey, we want you to say this. And then I try to get their name right, and I completely just butcher it, and I'll just butcher the next one and the next one, and they just keep coming out. And they give me this weird look, like.
Yeah, you got the eyebrow thing going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does the eyebrow thing.
Yeah, I saw where you mentioned something about that in the comments, and I was like, well, okay. I didn't know I was showing too much.
That's all we could see was your eyebrows, your eyes, and your eyebrows from behind the microphone.
Right.
It's like Mr. Wilson, is that what his name was? Looking over the fence.
What was that guy's name?
Wilson.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Wilson.
Was it Wilson?
Yeah,
Is that right?
that's right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So how can we help you out, Dusty? Like how can we help you out with what's going on? I mean, I'm still confused. You were a DJ
Yes.
at Sound Crazy Productions.
Yes.
Okay. So how would we be able to help Sound Crazy Productions, our buddy DJ? Like how would we be able to help our DJ friend out at Sound Crazy Productions?
How can you help me out?
Yeah, like how can we be like, hey, this guy, our buddy Dusty, he's a DJ at Sound Crazy Productions, and this is
Keep
what
going.
he does.
You're doing good. You're doing well.
Exactly. See, I need you to fill in the blanks so that I know.
I do own a website if that helps. SoundCrazyProductions.com.
Okay.
So.
I can click. So as I'm looking up SoundCrazyProductions.com, you guys can now get to know another person just kind of jumped in. Justin's
And he's
like,
happy
thank God. Justin's like, thank God I'm out of the hot seat.
Yes. Now I can leave and run.
Well, hey, did you have? Well, actually, one last question, Dusty. I'm sorry, and then you can totally jet out of here.
Man, it's getting crazy in here.
What did you happen to? Did you happen to hear anything that Michael was teaching about? I don't know. Did a few things pop out at you as he was saying a few things? Did you happen to question a few things? Did it sound crazy to you? Or I'm curious as to what you thought. Seriously, be totally blunt, honest.
You really don't want to know what I think about the Bible, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm just being quite honest.
If you think it's a load of crap, come on now. Just.
Well, it's like you can take history and then you mix a little something with it, then it's believable. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And And I'm guessing everybody takes the position in this room that the Bible's infallible, that it's the Word of God, regardless, right?
In its original form, not as
Right.
we have it today.
Okay. And the original form is completely lost, right? To history.
It's God didn't leave any of creation without a witness. I
Okay.
mean, the witness of His power and authority is available in writing. It's available to study. It's available. I mean, you mentioned about getting into the um, culture over there. I think you have to understand that culture in order. It's an Eastern book originally. So if you think that you're going to understand the word without having an idea of who these people are, what their perception of the universe was, and these things, you're never going to see what's actually going on in those times. So with relationship to what you've already brought up, I think that we can get back to God's original word with what's available.
How?
Studying. Study to show yourself approved unto God, a workman that doesn't need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So the attempts of looking at history, looking at the book of Maccabees, looking at Josephus, looking at the things that were going on at that time, and taking, for instance, the book of Acts as a historical document and what these people were living through. I think history definitely proves that something happened 2,000 years ago that changed the course of everything. I mean, it was a dominant factor in what we have today. I don't think any natural person or believer or unbeliever will ever deny that. And in looking at all of the materials, and you buzzed my tone because we actually have a theologian on staff with TLTF that is very much into Eastern culture. It was one of his majors in school when he was taking the Greek and the Hebrew and the Aramaic languages, trying to get his theological degree. But he is really adept to understanding the culture of that day, and has been very revealing to us in teachings and stuff like that. But you can't know that without understanding that. Well, what's that book, Don, that was we learned years ago about the East?
Light through an Eastern window.
Yeah,
And
well,
light through an Eastern window too.
Who's the author?
Bishop K.C. Pillai.
Yeah, Casey Belay. Yeah, he was very knowledgeable, very good man.
Pillai. Pillai.
Pillai.
He's no longer living.
Yeah, if you want to hear some of his teachings, you can go to this place called Internet Archives and just type in his name.
Okay.
Okay, I got a fun question. Or okay, since I know that you're into Eastern theology, and I'm not. I don't know.
You're really not going to hurt my feelings.
You can school me all you want on the Eastern theology stuff. Okay, but you're like, but the impression I would get is that you're like into logic stuff, right? Like you want. No?
No.
Are you just messing with me? I'm like, no. Okay, moving on. Okay, now a blunt question here. What would you say is the biggest load of crap in like mainstream Christianity today? Because I'm curious to know if we would be on the same page.
My biggest gripe with Christianity is I'm looking at it from an Eastern perspective.
Okay, whatever that is. I don't know.
Okay, but we'll see. The thing is, like, the Eastern concept of God, as far as like Hindu and Buddhist and stuff like that, they believe along the lines that God is actually kind of like the self. It's a weird way of looking at it. It's almost as if like the self actually generates reality, and like you have to look into like quantum physics and how quantum physics actually mirrors, the Buddhist traditions and the Taoist traditions and the Hindu, traditions. But as far as the biggest load of crap in the Bible that I would see is that, let me phrase my words right.
Yeah, not in the Bible, but in what from Christianity. Like, would you like if you were to go into like a mainstream church and hear a pastor teaching about something, what would you say is something like a load of crap that they teach?
The duality of love and hate at the same time.
The duality of love and hate.
The duality of love and hate at the same time. You've got this idea that a loving God, well, first of all, how does everybody feel about hell?
Oh gosh, that's a whole other teaching all on its own.
When you're dead, you're dead.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I got you. Soul sleep, is that what we're talking about?
Dead. I mean, the absence of life. I don't know if. I mean, there's no. I taught my children when they were young. Do you remember what it was like before you were born? And some of the smart ones would say, "Oh yeah, Dad, I got that." But in reality, that's what it's like when you die. There's no knowledge. There's no essence.
Complete unconsciousness.
Yeah, there's no consciousness. There's no life. So that,
okay.
I mean, I can't put it any simpler.
Well, see, what the thing is, like, one of the things that kind of drove me away from the church was the doctrine of eternal torment. That was one of the very first things I said, how in the world can this be compatible with a loving God? You know what I mean?
I got you.
And we'll see what the thing is, like, one of the things in scripture, it says, study to show yourself approved, 1 Peter 3:15, give an answer, to the questions that people ask you, why you have the faith, that is within you. And I actually went and studied the Bible and did what I was supposed to do. And what I found was what the Bible teaches and what the mainstream, thing that's going on is completely, well, I say completely different, but there's just some things going on behind the scenes that doesn't need to be going on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can put, go ahead. Sorry. You can
call me a heretic, I guess, but that's just how I feel.
Hey, we're heretics. We are called heretics around here, so.
I love you, babe.
What were you going to say, Don?
You're muted.
Oh.
There you go.
I was just saying that all of us here believe that a lot of what religianity, not Christianity, but religianity teachings is a load of,
Go ahead.
A load of Barbara Streisand.
Bollocks.
But you're absolutely right. How can a loving God put eternal torment on somebody for doing something wrong or...
Eternal torment doesn't prove anything. It's just torture.
Right.
It's just pure evil.
Right.
Yeah. And the God we worship does not do that. So, and we believe that the Bible does not teach eternal torment. The mainstream Christianity teaches that, but we believe that that is error, and we're all about truth. We're looking for truth, and I think if you were to examine the Bible, that the way the church teaches that is totally wrong.
Right. Well, see, well, the thing is like the church that I came from, I completely love everybody in that church. I love. It's just that I wish I could get them to see what I've learned through the Bible. But the thing is, once you've been conditioned, for so many years to think that we have to have a hell. You know what I mean? It's like we have to have it. And then I told him, I was like, look, I'm showing you in the scripture where it is not, it's just not there. You can't find it. Mm-hmm. You can't find it in the Old Testament, and you've got some things in the New Testament, like you were talking about, like how the word was, messed with throughout the centuries or whatever. But
Well, Shiloh, I don't think any of the Hebrews believed that either. Shiloh meant the grave. It meant, I mean, being buried in the earth. That was the original translation. The hell thing that Christians have come to follow today is more from the Greek mythology than it is from a Bible teaching. So I put a link that I think you might be interested in the chat box. It's one of the teachings by the person that I told you about, Bob Wassong, that touches. It's just one of his audio teachings, and if you click on it, there's a PowerPoint that goes with it, but it goes into this thing of viewing the Bible from the Eastern view, from their perception of things. And he has a couple different teachings. If you choose to pull this up, I think you'd find it quite interesting in what you're researching, the way you're putting the Eastern philosophy together with correct me if I'm wrong, you said that you're doing that in a theological ideal also. Is that right?
Well, excuse me. Let me start over. I'm studying theology, and I'm also studying Eastern philosophy, and and I think that there's a link between the two.
Oh yes, you're absolutely. You stay on that course. It's brilliant. You're an older man talking to a younger man. I'm just telling you that there is a link that is unimaginable. But that link I put in the chat box, if you know how to get there, I would challenge you to pull that up. And it's just
that is the question.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Do you not know how to do it?
Well, I told you, I'm not kidding. Like this is probably like my second or third Google Hangout, so y'all can just shut up.
Can you do me a favor?
What's
You
that?
have him on Google Plus already, right?
I think. I don't know.
Audra?
What?
You
What?
have him pegged out on Google Plus?
I added him on Google Plus. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can you copy that link and just send it to him so that he can get to it easily just on his page?
Yes, please. Please hook a brother up.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this is what Michael was giving you in
This
the
is what
chat.
Willis was talking about.
So did you happen to get a pop-up? Because I sent it to you. It doesn't look like you're online though. Because the box thingy is not green. Usually the box is green to show me you're
I told you I suck. I need somebody to walk me through this, but it's kind of embarrassing doing on a live Google Hangout. You know what I mean?
Hey, if you seriously, so you're technically okay. You are not technically challenged. At the moment, you are Google Plus challenged, right? So.
Correct. Apparently so. I mean, well, I can't even get my internet connection to work right with a nice microphone.
But okay, so that's what I'm here for. You know, in this ministry is to help people out with that kind of stuff.
That's sweet.
So, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, that's so sweet. But yeah, I mean, feel free if you need somebody to, do the experiment, test this link, or hey, can you tell me if this works or this works or blah blah blah. Yeah, we will all be more than willing to click on a link to see if it works or see if something works and blah blah blah. So use that all you want, in that range. But so you didn't get it there. Okay, how about this? Are you on a desktop right now, or?
I'm on a laptop.
You're on a laptop. Okay, good enough. So, well, good enough. At least it's not an iPad or a whatever. So, because you'll be able to, on the left-hand side of your window, do you see the little apps that pop out on the left-hand side?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So click on the chat. Click on the blue.
Oh, okay. I got it. Shut up.
But there's the link in there, so you can just click on that. But I shared it with you in a private message too, so you can always get it there too. But
ooh, private message.
But hey, man. Yeah, it's
I'm sorry. I'm just playing with y'all.
Yeah, I hope your wife won't mind. I sent you a link to a Bible study, a Bible and audio.
Hey, babe, I got some chick on here sending me Bible studies. We're going to have to do something about this. She's private messaging me Bible verses.
But hey, what church did you come from? Now I want to know about that. Is it
I'd rather not say.
You'd rather not say. See, you can't say that. Nope. Chandra does not accept that answer.
I'd rather not say.
We have all kinds of backgrounds.
You know, come on.
One of us is from a Catholic church. One of us is Protestant. There's atheist backgrounds.
I'm definitely not an atheist. I believe in a creator of sorts, but I'm definitely not an atheist.
That'd be more like agnostic or something.
Well, I think one can know that there is a God. I really do think, but the concept of a God, my concept is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. You'd rather not.
We're all about learning all we can about that God. That's why we're here.
True.
Mm-hmm. And we want to know all we can about him, because the more you know about someone, the more you have the opportunity to love them. And so that's what we're all about.
Classy.
And class. And okay, since you're gonna have that church thing remain a mystery, because now I'm gonna be ever so curious about what church you came from.
He's probably Presbyterian, I know.
Presbyterian. I don't know all the names of all the churches. But are you afraid we're going to be judgmental or something? What's your deal?
No.
Why are you,
To be perfectly honest with you, I really don't care what people think about me. I mean, in the end, I mean, like, we're all going to go to the grave. We're all going to.
So why would you rather not say? What's your problem?
It's George Lucas. I told you in the beginning.
George Lucas.
From a church he is.
Okay. So what do you think of the Trinity? I just have to ask that too.
What's that now?
What do you think of the doctrine of the Trinity?
The doctrine of the Trinity.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
Oh, did I also fail to mention I don't believe anything in the Bible?
Oh, okay. Did we fail to mention that we don't think the Trinity is taught in the Bible anyway? So we were just okay. So what do you think of the doctrine that men will teach about the Trinity?
Well, all right. Ask yourself this: obviously, a Trinity has to have three people. Who are the three people? The Holy Ghost, Jesus, and God. Okay. They all have to be the same person. Okay. Where in Scripture does it say specifically, out of all the times that Jesus had the opportunity to say this, where in Scripture does it say, "I am Jehovah"? Where does it say that?
He gets it.
Yeah. That was for you, brother. That was for you.
What was that?
That was an applause.
That was applause.
Yeah, that was the Google effects that you.
Wow. You know, I actually got a little scared because I got the volume up in my headphones, and then all of a sudden I got to saying, like, making blasphemy things against God. Then all of it, I hear. Sure.
It was supposed to just be an applause. Like, it was just supposed to be people clapping.
It didn't. It scared me. I've got to go pee. Hang on a second.
Oh man, I'm missing you guys. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing my Bachelor. I'm into The Bachelor this season. I'm sorry.
The show, the TV show.
Yeah, my guilty pleasure.
Do you have Hulu?
No, I have on demand. So once I've missed like half of the show, I just don't even watch it, and I watch it the next day since they post it up the next day, and that way I can put it on pause and tell my kids be quiet, because they're not letting me watch it. I'm so sorry that was so
No,
loud.
no, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Okay,
No.
what does this sound like? What does this sound like to you?
I like that sound.
Okay, and then there's you can check all these out yourself. Go to your apps on the left-hand side again, and then click on the one that has the little magic wand thingy.
Oh,
It's-
like are you playing like sound effects and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've already got that covered. Believe me, I've got an audio interface going into my microphone.
I'm sure you do.
I got all kind of sounds.
Would we be able to hear it?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know if you wanted to do that on this hangout or not.
Well, like what? Like I want
I
to
got
hear.
like drums. I can plug in my guitar. I can do a live performance now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to because I haven't done anything like that in a long time.
Okay. Well, something like because 3, 6, 9, 12. There's only like 12 sound effects in this thing, so
All right.
you know. Let's hear what you got.
Well, give me a second.
Here's our drums.
Golly,
We have drums.
Here's our
give me
drums.
a daggum minute.
That's our drums.
There's that one. Give you a minute.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I got all kind of crap on here. But I can actually make some live music in front of y'all, but we're not going to do that
So
today.
cool. I want that. I want whatever that is.
That sounds
I
like
want whatever that is.
that sounds like good bumper music there.
See, that's what we need for dancey time. Give me some dancey music. Like, Not
I don't know.
not just
I have a question on one of your comments. Can I ask, Dusty?
Yes.
You made what I consider to be a profound comment in the fact that you didn't see the duality of a good and evil God, which I thought was very profound. And then you said that you don't believe anything in the Bible, which I don't think I think that was off the cuff statement, because I think there's obviously things you do believe if you're even considering the idea that the duality of a good and evil God can't be true. So just curious as to how you put that together.
Excuse me, hold on. Let me try it again. The duality of a God is possible. We are happy and sad every day. We can be happy and angry one day. It's just total opposites of the same coin.
Okay.
yeah. Here's that That's the theology talking right there. You know, that or the philosophy talk. I don't know which one you read.
I don't know why I'm such a sucker for Eastern philosophy. I just am. I just love it. I listened to a guy named Alan Watts. I discovered him about maybe a year ago, and that's all he does. He does nothing but like Eastern philosophy and Zen Buddhism and Taoism and all that good stuff.
So the duality. So you mean happy and sad? Say it again. Happy and sad at the same time?
No. I personally believe that we are all necessarily the same thing. Whatever this is that we are experiencing, I believe that kind of like experience itself is an entity unto itself. In other words, like, did you catch that?
Keep going.
Well, oh God, this is like smoking reefer type conversations, but it's so hard for me to lay down even the foundation for me to like even talk to you about this. This is like,
Well, yeah, especially to so to a newbie that needs it, broken down completely.
okay.
Takes a while.
All right. I'll try it like this. We are all basically God playing hide and seek with each other.
Okay. Yeah, see,
That's a weird way of looking at it.
Yeah, mind blown. As far mind blown as far we're all.
All right. Hold on. Wait. Let me
That would
pose
make
this question to you.
That would mean there's quite a few gods running around.
Not necessarily. No. We
Okay.
are all God, but we are partitioned of God. It's not like a trinity. It's not like what you're talking about. It's almost like everybody lives in one single mind, but the mind is experiencing itself subjectively.
Okay, isn't that like one body, one of the same spirit? I mean, wouldn't that be?
No. No, because we are not all of the same body. I guess you could say that in a universal sense, that we are all part of the same process of the universe, that we are the universe experiencing itself.
So now we are the universe. Experience.
Experience is the universe, right?
If that's what you want it to mean.
I mean, I'm asking you. I mean, I'm just.
Experience is the universe. I don't know if I looked that up in the dictionary if that's what it means.
Okay.
But doctrinally, if within whatever you're reading and studying, if that's what it means, that's what it means in that realm of.
It's pretty deep. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty deep.
So
I actually dig that kind of stuff. I mean, like, have you guys seen Inception?
I saw it a long time ago. Do I remember it? No, not much.
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that
I
where
absolutely love
they
that
go
movie.
under? Like, isn't that where they go under? They got hooked up to a machine or something like that, and they're in this kind of like alternate reality type of thing.
No.
No.
You have a dream within a dream within a dream.
Dream within a dream within a dream. Yeah, okay.
Yes, I actually practiced lucid dreaming. It is amazing.
Well,
Okay.
Donald.
What's
I
so
had a
funny?
dream once. I had a dream once.
He had a dream once.
Yeah.
I have a dream.
Well, okay. So I want to know. Well, I'm looking for. Do you think you might check that out? That audio out that Michael showed you? Because I mean, since Michael knows that it's coming from. What did you say, Michael? It is coming from. He was talking about from
Eastern
the
perspective.
Eastern perspective.
Yeah, that's he has several teachings on it. I just grabbed the first one I came to, but there's a PowerPoint with it, and he goes on to do some pretty detailed explaining about the perception of those people at that time that stuff was written. So,
Right.
yeah, their view toward the universe at that time was a very limited view on what they could see, and even as you get into the historic, somebody's posting it, Chandra.
Yeah.
She
I'm
just
posting it on my
old
screen
map
share.
there is in existence that was found on a rock, but their dome-like perception of the universe and how it relates biblically as far as God dealing with them on what they were able to perceive, it's pretty unique in its teachings. It's not the only place that's teaching it, but it's pretty unique. But I just challenge you to give it a listen. Take an hour and a half of your time when you're thumbing through Google. Chandra, also, I mean, we've got most of this stuff is on that website, the Living Truth Fellowship website. But anything to help you out in what you're going for. That was the first thing that rung my bell.
You demand.
Bob's background teaching.
You demand. Thank you.
Sir.
Yeah, and I'm sure like if any one of us are available and whatnot, you could always ring us and we could all listen to it. I haven't listened to this, so.
Ooh. Ooh.
I haven't listened to this, so I don't get to go to Bob Wessong's teachings very often. And he dives really deep. Like, in order for me to grasp this is just me. In order for me to, did I chase him away again? Maybe it's just me and my connection there.
Who's David?
Fell out.
What's
Yeah,
that?
That David
Hey, David.
David. Yeah. No, it's David Hetherington.
Hetherington.
Oh, hey, what up, brother?
Yeah, just yeah, it just says you on my screen here. It doesn't say David or anything.
So, is this your first time in here or no?
Me? Yeah, it is.
Woohoo! We have another one from Facebook! Yay! And
This
see,
one's from TLTF too.
I know. He's still a blue head though. He needs to. David, you need to like get a face on your profile.
Late applause there.
Yeah, okay, I'll put a face on me.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that bugs me more than a blue head.
Yeah, I don't have a webcam that works.
No. Well, I know. So if you don't have a so if you don't have a webcam though, I want to see at least like a face, like of some sort, but not a blue face.
A happy face?
Not a blue
Careful,
face.
she will send you private messages of Bible verses. You'll do it.
He'll do it or else. But hey, okay, so I'm glad you're back. I was just telling you that in order for me personally to grasp everything that Robert Wasson teaches, I mean, because he really does the scriptural onion. He peels back the scriptural onion and he gets into it, and he's awesome.
The Vidalia onion.
But wow, like I need to get out my
Peels
notebook.
back the theological Vidalia onion, you see,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
to
these
reveal the sweet, sweet truth.
Yes. Peel away all the garbage.
these slides are very helpful. I mean, what I would need to do is print out these slides and actually like make my notes and highlight so that way I'd have questions for him at the end type of thing. So that's what I would.
I didn't know there was going to be a test at the end of the hangout.
No, there wasn't. That's just what I do for myself. Okay, that's just me and my.
Oh, okay, cool.
My OCD-ness. Okay, so if I'm not able to do that, then I pretty much I'll listen, but I don't. It's like the way I learn things, the way things sink in for me. I have to print it out. I have to make my notes, and then I have
to see it.
You know, I have to ask my questions, and I have to like get feedback, and like that's how things sink in for me. So that's just my way though of learning. So I don't know how you learn best, but.
Wow, I learned the hard way. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty hard-headed. I'm very hard-headed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just
Nothing
being
wrong
honest.
with that. So I have one more question. How would you define truth from your perspectives?
There is no such thing as truth.
There is no
Okay. So the truth is, what is it?
Well, let me rephrase that. I don't think you can.
Do it. Watch. I'm waiting for this.
Okay.
How in the world? How? Yeah. Well, let's go over terms. What do you define as truth?
Reality.
Okay, and then we got back to what we were talking about a while ago, that reality is experience, right? And reality is an entity unto itself. That's where I stand. Now, as far as truth, I think truth, kind of like what you said, is the ground of all being. You have to have truth somewhere. But then again, 2 seconds ago, I just said that there's no such thing as truth, so shoot me in the head.
I don't want to do that.
Well,
I mean,
what's the hunting regulations in Georgia? I don't know.
who was that guy? What was it, years ago? Dick Cheney shot some guy, and he got a bunch of slack for that.
Yeah.
Don't go hunting with Dick Cheney.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You give
Driving
him that
with Ted Kennedy.
I get a charge out of, and this is just my perception of reality. People make statements like, there is no absolute truth. But isn't that an absolute statement?
It's an opinion.
but it's an absolute statement. People
It's a
get
statement, but
mad
it's not an
because-
absolute statement.
Well, if I say there is no absolute truth, I am. It's an oxymoron. It's
You
to say
you
that
are proclaiming absolutely that there's absolutely no truth.
or that every truth is from perception or from my perception of reality, and then I do exactly what I think you said you're studying. I make myself God in some way or some facet of God, right?
You talking about through Eastern philosophy?
Well, concerning Eastern philosophy, yes, because Eastern philosophy goes into. I understand about the essence of being and matter, and that we're all part of it, but the concept of me. Everybody has you have a standard for what you're coming to believe, what the faith, the believing that you're practicing has a point of origin, of you have to base it on something, whether it's another man's writings or your experience, or unless you're dealing with a spiritual perception of the mind of some kind. But you have to have some basis for your view of what is true.
Right. And I told you that experience is my anchor. In other words, like you can look out into the world and then you can see that there is experience, and you have unconscious beings. You know, let's say if I came to your house and I knocked you in the head with a sledgehammer, you would be unconscious, if not dead.
I was just kidding about the Georgia hunting law.
You stepped over the line, boy. But no, I mean, like, you know, without consciousness, there is no reality. You have to have consciousness to have reality. You have to.
Consciousness, without consciousness, you're dead.
Right. In other words, like, there is no reality. So therefore, you have to have consciousness and experience. Like, you as a soul, you are the ground of being. Not some guy out there in the middle of the space somewhere looking down. I particularly don't hold that view. I'm a person that says, everything that there is, it's an entity. In other words, like, the universe actually portrays attributes of an organism. It reproduces, it does so many other things, if I'm not mistaken. I could pull it up, and I will post the link.
There's order to the universe. I mean, that's what you're saying, right?
What's that?
There's order to the perceived universe.
Right, and we're the ones that put that order there, not the other way around.
So who is the first human to put it all there?
There was no first human.
There was no first human.
No.
Okay, so are you into the Big Bang Theory type stuff?
No.
Okay. Well, then how do we come into existence?
Very simple.
Okay.
Eternal. The eternal universe.
The
Time.
eternal universe.
Time is nothing but perception. There is no such thing as time. There is no such thing as space.
Tell that
If you
to
think
my
about
boss.
What's that?
So there's
My boss thinks there's such a thing as time. If I'm,
Yeah.
if I'm a few minutes late,
oh, there's no such thing as time. Don't worry about it.
yeah. Try saying that to your boss. You show up 30, 40 minutes late.
that's
Yeah.
where reality meets the road.
Right. Well, see, the thing is, like, the only reason how you would be late is if somebody actually subscribed to your time, your outlook of time. You understand what I'm saying?
Isn't it all relative as far as time? Time is all based on an interval of
Can you
moments.
define time?
It's an interval of moments. Moment, moment, moment.
Right.
That was then, this is now, that's coming. It's an interval, linear.
It's a continual, eternal moment, and that's what I mean by that. The universe is eternal. It's not talking about, like, space wise. It's talking about, like, how time is just keeps going. It's eternal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So based on that subscription, of time, or on the time that we were just talking about, as far as like the time frame that we have subscribed to nowadays in our
Yes.
culture, based on that time subscription, where, I mean, and we went right back to the very beginning of where our time subscription began, okay? And what would you say was before that time subscription? Like, was there a human? Was there nothing? Was there space? Was there...
If I'm not, I feel so bad because I feel like I'm just misrepresenting.
Hey, that's how I feel all the time if people ask me.
Well, but I think
That's why we are communicating. Eventually, we'll get to know each other.
let me ask you this: do you know what it was like before you were born?
No.
No.
Only through history books.
I believe that was there before the universe, I guess you could say, existed. Because like I said, you know, we are the ones who invoke existence into the universe, not the other way around. You have to have a nervous system to carry the signals to the brain, and therefore the brain actually has to process the information, and therefore it shoots out reality.
So did nothing
as far as the
exist before
interaction,
me just because I wasn't, since I didn't exist before I was born, did that not exist because I didn't experience that?
you've always existed.
Oh, I've always existed, okay.
Yes.
Now, how did you come to that conclusion?
But I wasn't conscious though.
Right.
Back,
I forgot to mention. There are no such thing as separate entities.
Right, we're all part of the same. But to Don's question, where are you getting the basis of your theology?
Where am I getting the basis of my theology? Just experience. I mean,
So from your experience, you have concluded that you have existed eternally, so to speak. You've always existed.
eternally, not in the sense of what you're talking about.
That might not have been the right word to use.
Okay.
But you've always existed.
Right. We'll see.
According
the
to
thing
your
is,
experience.
no, well,
It's a good thing you're not talking to a bunch of jerks here, right? I mean, seriously.
no. No, we'll see. The thing is, I'm actually tripping up in my words trying to figure out how to explain it. I mean, it's so
And
hard
one of
to...
us is a jerk. I'm sorry. I don't want to represent all of us here.
Oh, it was you. Okay. It was you. Okay.
David apparently is just sitting back quiet.
Yeah,
David.
well, I'm sorry. I'm just mind blown.
He's part of like the Blue Man Group over there.
No, it's I think Dusty. Is it Dusty?
It's Dusty.
Dusty. Yeah. Sorry. No,
Is your name David? Is it David? David. Gotcha.
Yeah. Remember, I
David.
existed and I killed Goliath.
Oh, David. David.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Makes
moving
sense.
on. Okay, moving on. Repeat the question about the
What
Goliath.
question?
The Goliath thing, David. Ask that question again.
Oh yeah. Well, since I've always been around, could I be the David who slung Goliath?
You were the David who slayed Goliath.
Was
But
I the David that
who was-
slayed Goliath?
Yes, you were there.
Who was Goliath? Wasn't he us too? Are we as much David as we are Goliath, and vice versa?
I personally don't believe that Goliath even existed, but
Oh,
if there was a character named David back in the day, then yeah, sure. I mean, I guess we were him too.
Well, was there a guy named Ben Franklin? Did he exist?
I hope so. I like
Well,
electricity.
How do you know, or why would you believe that Ben Franklin existed, but you don't believe that Goliath existed.
Well, Goliath is a character from a book that's been passed around, and it's been edited for years and years and used to control people. And that alone sets a red flag in my mind. That's just me.
Well, was it Ben Franklin? Or, it could have been somebody else. It could have been that history book or whatever book you learned that Ben Franklin was the inventor of electricity. It could have been somebody else. But that book that you were reading from that taught you that was made to control you to believe that Ben Franklin was the inventor. It could have been somebody else.
Illuminati.
You know?
Hey, that's kind of funny because I'm the only electrician here, and Ben Franklin didn't invent it. But anyways.
Hey, I'm an electrician. I'm an auto electrician.
Then you know that Ben Franklin did not invent electricity.
Yes.
He may have rediscovered it, and if he would have had a wire attached to a key, he would have died instantly when that electrical current came down that line. But anyways, I teach AC theory. That's part of my gig. I love it.
Is that part of your gig?
Yeah. But I think that's interesting because what Don proposed is we have to have some foundation for what is true. There has to be a foundational point for any being of what truth is. And I think that's always pointing out. So, we say, okay, it's a character in a manuscript that's been around for 6,000 some years, or less actually, 14,000 years, 1,400 years. But, and it's been changed over time, but we also know the history books are. But the question is, what is the most reliable source of truth that is in existence today? Wouldn't that be the ultimate question?
It's definitely not the Bible.
Right. Of course. Well, yeah.
Well, it's definitely not the Bible as it has been taught.
How do the books come together?
Mm-hmm.
That's a teaching in itself, too. That's like a whole other study.
The canonization of 300 A.D., is that what you're talking about, Rusty? When they canonized the Bible?
If I'm not mistaken, yes.
Okay, yeah, that was done by a council of Nicaea, I believe, 300 A.D. When they were taking all the letters and manuscripts and comparing notes with notes and basically putting the ones that were related. They actually left a few out, like the book.
Are you talking about Nicaea?
Nicaea, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. I've studied that too. Yeah.
And there are books that they actually left out that are actually mentioned in the Bible. Maccabee's quoted several times in the intertestamental periods. And
Gospel of Thomas was actually a pretty cool book. It's got Gnostic teachings in it.
Yes, absolutely. All that stuff, pretty cool stuff. Even what's the one that's mentioned in James or Jude?
Lilith?
Say it again?
Enoch.
The Book of Enoch is an interesting book. And it's also witnessed to in the other scriptures and stuff like that. I find it hard to believe that over a period of anywhere from 20 to 1,400 years that 60-some different writers, that some of which never knew each other in any way, shape, or form, could put such a manuscript together that comes together in the form and fashion that we have it today. That's more difficult for me to believe than that it's more fallacy than not, because that in itself seems to be something had its hand in the production of that manuscript.
Agreed.
Can I ask?
That's why, that's my basis. One of my bases is for going to it, because the period of time that it was produced and the different not only different men over different time periods, but the correlation around this Christ, around this Messiah, this promised seed in Genesis 3:15, and how that is unveiled through a 4,000-year period of time. The history matchup that actually does match up, that has evidence in it. It's kind of hard for me to go to any other document. Gee, I've seen history changed in my lifetime so much about what I know what actually happened just from being there over the 55 years. I can't imagine the history that's been changed over the last 6,000 years, which is what the time frame that the Bible actually represents. But I don't see another manuscript that's out there anywhere that has that unique quality and attributes sewn into it.
What about the Bhagavad Gita?
Say again?
What about the Bhagavad Gita? It's actually the ancient text from Hindu scriptures.
Not familiar with it.
Okay, you should check that out.
I would be interested in looking at the history of it first, but I always read the index before what do they call it, the cheater. I want to know what it's about before I waste my time on it. But I mean, how old is that manuscript?
It's like 2,000 or 3,000 years older than the Bible.
And that's from your experience?
That's from me searching, yeah.
Okay, that's from you searching.
Right. In other words, you're gonna say, well, I've been searching too, and I found the Bible, but yet, the Bhagavad Gita is just one of many different books.
So how do you know which one is?
I don't.
Yeah,
That's just a thing.
Okay. So how would you come?
What is it?
You know what I mean?
What's that again?
Is it a compilation of writings by different people, or is it one person, or?
No. It's definitely not one person. I think like the Vedas. I think it's like the oldest practicing religion now. I don't think if it's Hinduism or not. I'm not really sure, but I think the Bhagavad Gita was actually compiled by many different sages throughout the history. But the thing is, it's like the society that they lived in, it didn't really have that Judeo-Christian aspect about it. It wasn't like there's a father figure out there and he's going to wipe you out if you don't do what he wants you to do. It's not like that over in in the Hindu societies. It's just nowhere close to that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, it's like I really don't know what I'm trying to say. I just get so excited and so tongue tied. It's like blah, blah.
That's all right. We do too.
This gets real. Well, have we scared? I mean, have we not scared? That's the wrong word. I mean, are we cool enough to where you might want to hang with us again? Because this was a fun discussion.
Absolutely not. You're a horrible people. No.
That sounds like my mother.
To be perfectly honest with you, one of the things that I have taken away from the Christian worldview is that we can have differences. I mean, like you can believe in God and I can believe in like the Eastern view of God. I mean, and the thing is, we can still be friends. But there are some Christians out there who just don't want to have anything to do with different viewpoints or whatnot.
Yeah, that's our there's Christians out there that don't want to be friends with us either, because of our different doctrinal differences on the Trinity. And
it's just dogmatic beliefs is all it is. I mean, like a lot of people will say, well, religion brings people together, and I've got mixed views about that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, well, yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, okay, it can bring you together. Maybe if you're, to me, it's like it's a mindset. You can have and just to put it simply, I just like to say a jerk mindset, because I mean, you can be a jerk no matter what religion or belief that you have. You can just be a jerk, and you're gonna have jerks in any belief that you.
You're talking about me while I'm still here.
So I mean,
You just got called out.
yeah. I mean, as long as people are not, you know.
You're digging a trap. You're digging a hole. You're digging a hole. Recover. Recover.
Well, you know, some people don't see themselves as being a jerk. Some people just see themselves as, like, you know, it's like they have this self-righteousness about them that says, well, I'm so right that, you know, this is the way, you know, some people think that that's what they have to be, you know,
Now,
so maybe
all right.
what they think they need to do.
Keep in mind that I could be wrong about everything well, actually, no, I take that back. There's one thing that I do know for sure, is that I am here speaking with you. Two things I know for sure. I am not the God of the Bible. So let's go from there.
That's
Well,
a good start.
I like both of those statements. I can agree with both of those statements.
I gotta go to bed. I got a 4 o'clock call. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you,
Ditto.
brother.
Okay, bye, Michael. I mean, yeah, and this is a lot. I think Don should probably sign off. This is a lot to. This whole conversation has been recorded.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now.
The names will not be changed to protect the innocent.
Anything can be edited.
Okay.
Anything edited?
We
Oh, man.
we can change the history of this evening to whatever we want it to be, right?
Awesome. History is written by the victors.
Yes.
Right.
It is. And that doesn't make it true either.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know. Bam, what? I don't know if you watch. Nobody here watches the Disney Channel, do they?
Yes.
Nobody knows.
I watch the Disney Channel. I have a little baby girl.
Yes, a little girl.
Do you watch Liv and Maddie with your baby girl?
What's the show again?
Liv and Maddie?
No, I watch Kate and Mim Mim.
Kate and Mim Mim. I've never heard of it. Oh yeah, whatever. Anyways, she does bam what whenever like a point is proven or something like that. She always goes bam what. And
You should do that instead of clapping. It's scaring the mess out of me. Good job, Dusty.
it is.
Hey, that's pretty much what I did to her daughter. Her daughter's afraid of me.
Really?
My daughter's afraid of you.
You said that one night.
I don't know.
Because of the voices. The voices.
Is this too loud too? The gong? Is that loud? Is that too loud?
Finish him.
Finish him. Another.
Okay, now you're just getting stupid.
Laugh track. Then. This one I don't like. This is my least favorite.
That one's my favorite. I like that one. No, the rest are crap. I like the last one.
Somehow I knew that was coming.
This is their cricket. All right, so that's a wrap, folks. Why don't we wrap this up?
Okay.
Well, at least for me, you guys could stay on here, but
We'll have to get together and do this again.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Dusty, we do this every week.
Really?
Every Monday.
Every
I
week.
do this every night
Monday
now.
You'll forget
So
all
you're
that.
more than welcome to come back next Monday.
Next Monday. What time?
About
Well,
9.
we start at 9. We start
9:30.
around 9. And then we do teaching, and then we do the craziness afterwards.
Yeah.
That's the fun part for me.
Yep.
There you go. You know, I mean, we like the questions. Unlike unlike a lot of the mainstream churches that'll be like, you know, eventually they will just go to the cop-out answer. I call it the cop-out answer, which is, oh, well, we just can't understand this massive God. We just can't understand him. You know, that's where they end up usually. And, yeah.
And along with, you have to take it on faith, brother.
Yeah, just take it on faith. That's it.
Just trust me. Just trust me.
Yeah. You know. So we actually like, and if we don't know the answer, we actually like to go looking for the answer together. You know, we like to have fun with it. So.
And guess what? If we don't know the answer, we'll tell you we don't know the answer.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a whole lot better to just be honest with somebody and just tell them, but look, I don't know right now. Get back with me. I'll get back to you about it.
Yeah.
Yep. You make something up, you're gonna get burned.
I respect that a whole hell of a lot more than somebody acting like they know what the answer is, when really you can just tell that they're just giving you bum dope. You know.
I haven't given you any bum dope today, have you?
I don't know. Have you?
I'm sitting here listening to some of the stuff that I'm saying, and I'm like, I genuinely believe this.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, whenever I'm trying to explain it to somebody, it's like, you're a dumb idiot, man. But the thing is, like, you know, I can formulate it in my head, but I just can't bring it out.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage and kids do that to you, right?
Yeah. So
I love you, wife.
I have heard you try to explain the best that you can, you know, but you also bring out the honesty and say, look, yeah, you know, this isn't coming out maybe the best way, and, you know, maybe I'm not saying this right. And it's like, okay, fine, that's taken into account, sure. I mean, but no matter what, it's a fun discussion. So,
true, yeah. Just like David said, he said his mind was blown. That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So no matter what, this is just fun fellowship discussion time, and
blow my mind.
I like doing that. I like doing that to people.
So, and David, just so you know, David is from the Facebook world. This is his first hangout, so I am very happy that he has come over to Google Plus. This is awesome. Woohoo, we have another one.
Hey, David, this is not my first Google Hangout. This is like my second.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know how to check a link a while ago, so don't feel bad.
This may be his most memorable of the two.
Yeah, you probably won't forget this for a while. Yeah, I mean, you'll remember. Hey, yeah, one of my first hangouts was with this.
Crazy bunch of people.
However you want to describe us. Fill in
A bunch of crazy people.
Yeah, a bunch of crazy people put you in the hot seat and like grilled you. So anyway, so David, I hope you come back next week. Do you think you'll be able to, or?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? You said 9 o'clock, but is that 9 o'clock Brooklyn time or California time? No, it's not California time.
Yeah, that'd be Brooklyn time.
Brooklyn
time.
Yeah.
And then
And that's
teaching generally lasts an hour and a half.
There is no such thing as time. I thought we went over this.
It's all relative.
It's not real. The clock on the wall is not real.
This is the Matrix.
It's just a reference point.
Are you subscribed? Subscribe to our
like
time.
If somebody's having a barbecue and they told me to be there at 9, I know when to be there.
True.
My clock is round. Does that mean time is round?
Yes.
Or what about my digital clock? That just totally messes with me.
Time is digital.
There you go.
Time is digital. We are in the Matrix.
Oh, we've entered the Matrix.
Yes.
A milestone. Oh, that's a time reference. Sorry.
Sorry. I made a time reference. You got a yellow card on that one. I'll let you slide on that one.
All right, all right
David.
guys. Well, I got to get up in the morning too, so I'm gonna have to cut out.
All right, Mr. Donald. It was nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you, Dusty. Hopefully we'll meet again.
Oh, we will.
All right.
We will.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
See you,
We'll
brother.
meet again at some time. At some time.
Mr. Donald.
Some moment.
Bye. I'm getting going too. Bye, Dusty. Bye, Don. Bye, David.
Bye.
Oh, let me stop the broadcast.
Oh,
Wave
okay.
goodbye, everybody.
Okay.
Adios. Adios. Everybody.